So I contributed that document which Herman Mashaba launched early this year in the start of the campaign, building up towards the SONA address. What I also contributed in Action SA is what they call the Political Academy. What I found lacking in Action SA as a new party is the appreciation that there is no appreciation for political consciousness. There is no understanding. These are majority new people who come from all walks of life, no experience in politics, but you are in politics. And they don't understand how politics work. But most importantly, there's no way of us getting people to assimilate to an internal culture of Action SA, grounded on what Action SA believes and fundamental to its ideology. So I birthed it. So today, as we speak and as I leave, there's a political academy, there's a South African dream in Action SA, which happened in a short space of time while I was still just a senator. And then I was called to a meeting last week, Monday. When I arrived at the meeting last week, Monday, there was Ethel Trollip, there was Herman Mashaba, Michael Bowman. At this meeting, Herman opened the meeting and said the following things to me, that he believes that there's a breakdown of relationship between me and him, and it's irreconcilable. And that breakdown of relationship has led to a distrust, a situation where there's distrust between me and him. But equally, for him to confirm that he has issues with me, how I engaged with him on our Senate meeting, which is our highest decision-making body, was confirmation to him that the relationship had deteriorated. So it felt to me that what I said there now has consequences. So you go to a national meeting, you raise critical issues which must be engaged upon, but it's then used later to say, but I didn't like how you engaged. And then later we reconvened, we applied our minds and said we don't agree, because the basis of this is that so-and-so has a relationship with so-and-so, so-and-so is a friend of so-and-so. It's not substantive, and it's just baseless, unsubstantiated allegations. So then he says to me, because I don't trust you and our relationship has deteriorated, I want to move you as the provincial chairperson of Gauteng, and then appoint you as the national spokesperson. I was baffled at that moment, because I could not understand how, in the one breath, you can say there's a trust issue, our relationship has broken down, and yet you still want to appoint me in a position which works with you every day. But that's something for him to qualify. So obviously, after meeting with them, I requested time to apply my mind, and after leaving there, I engaged a few leaders in the party. I engage leaders in the regions in Gauteng, because what I appreciate about politics, you don't lead alone. It's not a Bongani thing. There's leaders who I lead with, who I take guidance from, and we engage critically as well. And leaders were upset, they were confused, but ultimately there was a view. Ultimately there was a very dominant view that we don't believe that you are still needed in this party. Because how do you remain in this party when the president says he doesn't trust you? Sure, let's start with Bafana. Hey. So Bafana is a driver for Herman. His name crops up everywhere in the province. It is alleged that he is investigating people, leaders of Action SA. It is alleged that he is coercing people. In the clips that we have all heard produced by Abel Dow, you can hear Bafana saying to Abel Dow, my proximity to Herman Mashaba is lethal. So, Mina, I can do anything. So it's a guy who seems to enjoy the full support of the president, but extremely rogue and causing instability in the province. A driver who brags about his ability to intercept people's communication, hack people's phones, who alleges he is working with the South African Secret Service and the Hawks, who alleges that I am being investigated, who alleges I am on Abel Daw's payroll. Hey, Guningi, man. Yo, you blink, this guy is moving all the time creating conspiracy theories. A driver. So we got frustrated with Bafana Mtimkulu's name constantly everywhere for a driver of the president, and how his actions actually affect the party president. And we've appealed to Ndata Mashaba to reconsider his relationship with Bafana. So Bafana is really damaging this province. He's really doing things that should not be done. And I really think at some stage, some of you can ask Bafana, who are you, my brother? Who are you employed to? Are you employed by the Hawks? Because different people says different things. One day he's working with Hawks. One day he's working with South African Secret Service. And his strategy is simple. As demonstrated in the Tao recordings, he says in China, someone wants to kill you. There's money on your head. And that does not come outside. He says in his voice, it's inside Action SA. But you see, because I'm telling you this and I'm looking out for you, let's talk, man. Then he puts in his offer for business in the city. So that's how he's meandering and finding himself here. And we have continuously cautioned Dr. Mashaba that deal with this guy. He is abusing your proximity to you and creating a perception that he's a power source. And when we differ, and I don't understand what is a driver doing in politics of Gauteng, in regions, meddling, recording people. He was trying to coerce the regional chairperson of Tshwane to be a spy, to spy on me. And the fellow told him to go and jump. He said, no, I'm not going to do that thing. So Bafana is a real threat. You see, if one guy is going to kill Action SA, it's Bafana.